I watched the universe literally aligning not only my reality, but the realities of people around me to come into alignment with what I've asked for. And that happens in ways that makes things look like setbacks sometimes, because things are being lifted up, they're in the air for a while, and then they're falling back down into a place that will one day make complete sense to you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be explaining some of the things that happen with reality when we have started manifesting something. So when we first desire something, although you don't see it, the universe immediately goes about aligning reality and everybody else's reality in order to bring what you've asked for to fruition. Okay, now many of the things that happen when this process is occurring is that very often things happen that we perceive as setbacks and failures and things not working for us, when in actual fact it is the universe almost kind of lifting these things up so that they can be dropped back down into the exact position they need to be in order to experience the reality you have asked for. The thing is, when you ask for a new reality, which you do by simply desiring something new, things have to be moved around so that that reality can occur. But people don't realise that. They just kind of expect it to magically appear one day. But things have to move around. So you may see different things happening that seem like a contradiction to what you've asked for. But the trick is to understand this so that when you see those things, you don't take it as a setback, and you simply understand that these things are simply being moved around so that you can experience the reality you've asked for. So I will give you some examples. So what I see very often with people who are trying to manifest the career that they desire, and they've set that intention, they've desired it, so the universe has immediately gone about bringing that into fruition. Very often, those people will very shortly after lose their jobs. Or they'll be planning to apply for a certain job that they think is the right job, and they won't get it. Okay, now they perceive these things because they don't understand what's happening. They perceive these things as setbacks, when in actual fact, this is that deeper part of you, the universe, divine consciousness that you truly are, knowing that you needed to lose this job in order to achieve the career you've asked for. And it knows that that job you were going to apply for isn't actually the job that you've actually desired and you want to experience. So it's taken it away from you so that the right one can actually come in. Okay? But you block yourself in these moments and you ruin your vibration by looking at these things as setbacks, as failures. You look at these things and you think, it hasn't worked, I've failed, I haven't done it properly. When in actual fact, if you just stayed in your vibration and you carried on knowing that this is happening to get you to the exact thing you've asked for, and this is simply a reality aligning, things being lifted up so they can be put back down where you've asked them to be, you would maintain your vibration and you would carry on going and you would experience the outcome you've asked for. Another example is I was coaching this woman who wanted to manifest a relationship with this guy that she thought was her soulmate, and he did turn out to be her soulmate. So she wanted to manifest a relationship with him, but she was quite certain he was in a serious relationship already. She wasn't sure, but she thought he was. So that was kind of holding her back a bit. So she decided to simply maintain a high vibration as if she was already with him. And shortly after, I think she went on his social media, which I don't recommend, but she did it, and she became aware that he was dating different women. And she was like, oh my god, he's dating all these different women, this is a setback, I failed to manifest being with him, I'm not going to be with him now, he's dating these women. And I said to her, hang on a minute, you've just confirmed to yourself, You've just had it confirmed to you that he is not in a serious relationship with anybody. So she could have perceived that as an encouragement, but she looked at it and perceived it as a setback, when in actual fact she had just become aware that he was essentially single and ready to meet new people. So she could have actually perceived it as almost an opening, almost the universe saying, I am moving him into a position where he is able to date you. You know, your perception makes such a difference, but because she perceived it as a setback, she ruined her vibration. And if she had just carried on with her vibration, things would have gone more smoothly. But we see these things as setbacks when they are not. They are the universe, it's the universe moving things around to bring them into the position that you've asked for them to be in. And like I said before, the whole world is a Schrodinger's box. So both realities exist. So when she decided to try and manifest a relationship with this guy, the reality where he was married existed, and the reality where he was single also existed. And which reality she experienced just depended on what she was aligned with when she opened the box. So I said to her, you've opened the box and you have seen that he is not married, okay? So this is actually an encouragement. When you experience these things that your mind wants to tell you are setbacks, but it's actually just the universe lifting things up to move them around for you, when these moments occur, you have a choice to react to them and go along this thought and feeling avenue that it's a setback. And if you choose to do that in these moments, you will manifest this thing actually being a setback. You will manifest this thing actually being a failure. You will manifest that thing that you've asked for not occurring. But if you understand in these moments that this is simply the universe lifting things up and moving them around so it can bring it back down into the place you have asked it to be in, you will maintain your vibration, you will maintain your trust, you will maintain your knowing, and you will manifest that thing continuing to move into the exact position you have asked it to be in. Many things along my journey have happened to me where I've been attempting to manifest a certain thing and I've thought, this is it, this is the thing I've asked for, and then it has changed and gone wrong and not happened, and in that moment it felt like I'd failed to manifest this thing, and yet then in the future afterwards I've been able to look back and see that that wasn't the thing I'd asked for. And in fact, if I had got that thing, I wouldn't have been as happy as I am now. And that now I have actually fully achieved that thing I actually asked for. So sometimes when you're trying to manifest something and it doesn't work out and you don't get that thing you've asked for, it's actually because there's something better. It's because that deeper part of you knows that what you're actually asking for is this rather than this. See, very often you think that what you want looks a certain way when it actually doesn't. It's like you know you want freedom and you might have all these crazy ideas about what that freedom looks like, but the deeper part of you knows that freedom to you actually looks like something completely different from what you've imagined. And if you just trusted that, you would actually get the thing that's a full reflection of that feeling, not a watered down reflection, not the thing you think you want, but the full reflection of that amazing feeling that's told you you want that thing. Reality is always aligning for you, and it doesn't always happen in the way that your conscious mind thinks it's going to happen. When you set a desire, when you desire anything that is different from the reality that you are currently living, the universe has to move things around, and it goes about doing that immediately. And that is a process that is not your job, so you cannot expect to understand that process. So you can expect to see things that you don't understand. You can expect to see things that your conscious mind may think are setbacks, but you have to choose in those moments to know they are not setbacks. And you do know they're not setbacks, because the second you desire something, the universe goes about making it happen. The universe goes about aligning everything in reality to make that thing happen. And the only thing that will prevent that is you screwing up your vibration by perceiving these things as setbacks. I experience these things on a daily basis. I experience reality moving things around for me in ways I don't necessarily understand every single day. And every time I look at these things, after being on this journey for a long time, I just know what's happening. I just know it's not a setback. I just know, oh yeah, that's the universe moving things around for me because I've asked for a change in that area. I've asked for something new to happen. So I watch the universe literally aligning not only my reality, but the realities of people around me to come into alignment with what I've asked for. And that happens in ways that makes things look like setbacks sometimes, because things are being lifted up, they're in the air for a while, and then they're falling back down into a place that will one day make complete sense to you. So when you see these things, understand what is happening and don't screw up your vibration. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope it's helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.